stunning views to muddy tracks that are sometimes almost impassable. We, along with our two dogs, Max and Odin, live on 25 acres of steep country. We have 2 small greenhouses and 2 small gardens that supply us all the vegetables we need to live on. We also have chickens and, recently, a goat. And we have all sorts of solar, 12 volt, 24 volt, 55 volt, regulated, unregulated, and wind generators, as well as a lot of really pretty bush to walk around in. Welcome to Lichenrest Off-Grid. Anybody who's built a garden next to a farm will know exactly what Barbara's up to.
Quite a pleasant day, believe it or not, just wandering around putting cow manure into buckets. It's cool under the trees. And the dogs get to wander around sniffing things they haven't sniffed for a while. Well, good morning. Well, some of you may have noticed that the grass is getting rather long in places, and we're starting to seriously need some property maintenance. Now, there is actually a fairly good reason why that hasn't been happening. You telling me it won't go?
I recommendo it won't go. Don't get any fuel for some reason.
Oh dear. Yuck.
So, yeah, I might need to give that a bit of a bath and something. There's the in line there, because I can stick my finger in, and that line there I can put my finger over there so it doesn't go to the bottom. So that's the one that comes back out. Now for some reason or another, they're not picking anything up. So, with no real idea of why this thing wasn't working, I stripped it down, carby off, clean her up, spray it, wipe everything down, clean all the gaskets, make sure there's no holes, leaks, anything I can. Check and clean the jets while I was in there, and put her all back together again. And with it all reassembled, take it outside and see if it goes. But no, still didn't want to know about it. With the air cleaner off, it did spark into life, but I wouldn't exactly call it exciting. There's definitely something not right about it. And I still haven't been able to get it to go properly. I've replaced the primer and it's still the same. So priced a new carb, and the carb's about $250, something like that. So we came up with an alternative fix, because this thing is, at the end of the day, 10 years old, and we have to have a weed eater of some sort. So this is what we came up with, and I don't mean Barbara. Oh, there it is, a small four-legged one. No, the tool in the foreground, that's what we got. Now this is a 36 volt Ryobi electric battery weed eater, and we tried it, and I tell you what, this thing is worth its weight in gold. So we now have a 36 volt chainsaw and a 36 volt weed eater. So long as the batteries last a reasonable length of time, these tools are absolutely magic.
I'm impressed.
Wow, I thought it slowed down.
Impressive, eh?
That's freaking unreal.
Yep. Well, I gotta go get a hat, and I'll
Find the high and low speed button there.
notice it was far. Put more trigger on.
No, I've got a switch left. So Barbara decided she was going to see how long the battery would last. Unfortunately for Barbara, it was very hot, but she did manage to do all the garden, outside the garden, the side of the greenhouse, the end of the greenhouse, at which point in time...
Oh, one left. Boy, am I impressed with this. Okay, now I'll do a little bit in my garden.
Now I'm pretty sure what I heard Barbara say was, "Oh, I hope this battery goes flat soon."
Okay, we're flat.
So we might need to upgrade to a bit of string. This is the orange stuff that I bought, cheapy, just a standard sort of off the shelf. So we might need to go and get some Ryobi string by the look of things. I don't know, maybe it's perished. More of it there. So we bought some 2mm Ryobi. Theoretically this is what it comes with. We want 2.7 metres, I think it was. This table's just over 3 metres long, so might be 2.7 metres a side actually. We'll just chop a piece off and see what happens. Yep. Oh, look at that, there it is. Grab the windy tool. Alright, that's it. Well, there you go, run out of string. I've done that there, which is really hard on the weed eater and the string, and all of this over here, and that's with half the amount of string. So buy the Ryobi string to go with the Ryobi electric weed eater, obviously.
Where's the goat, Odie? Oh, good dog. No, it's all right, stay there. It's all right.
Barbara's sanded these walls, painted them and sanded them again. Now that's knocked all the high spots off and left us a flat finish. So I'm just filling in the hollows. And we only want it good enough to be a reasonable sort of a paint finish. So let's see how this turns out.
Just done these bits. So here where it's nice and easy to sand. Because I want to see what it looks like after I've done that. I think this is going to need another bit. Some of these are quite big, I didn't realise. But we'll sand that, see what it looks like, then I'll decide how much or what I do from there.
Well, it's pretty safe to say that the chicken and the chicks that we put in the greenhouse in the rain the other day have made themselves at home in the entire garden. They don't seem to be doing any damage, so they must be eating bugs, so we're leaving them to it for a wee while. And Mum and the chicks up in the chick cage are doing well. Everybody's progressing, they're growing feathers. They'll be able to go outside shortly, which leads us to Barbara's next project. And that means she's going to have to take some of these up to the orchard where the chick pen is, where she's planning on building an outdoor chick pen. Now that gate there, that's the old gate out of our garden, lying on its side. With that gate wedged between the tree and the water tank, there's just a little bit of earthworks required to get it to sit down close to the ground. And that ground is full of the Totara tree roots. So a little bit of excavation is going to be required to produce the material to fill in the gap under the gate so the chicks can't get out. With that gate chick-proof, time to whack in a few posts. Now this is because of the goat, not the chicks. Normally we just use netting, but that goat, it's going to knock that stuff over, so it's time to see how many bits and pieces of goat netting and pig netting and sheep netting we've got lying around.
Okay, now I've got a temporary fence that the goat can't knock down because I've put the pig mesh around the outside. So this whole thing is enclosed in pig mesh all the way around. The boundary fence was already pig mesh, so I didn't have to do that one. That should stop the goat getting in here. and crushing the plastic fences down. And now the poor little chicks have been stuck in here way longer than I'd like them to be. I think it's well needed outdoor time. Yep, 2 of the chicks have figured out they can get out. This is the temporary fencing I usually use to let my chicks out of their cage. But as you can see, it stops chickens, but it definitely does not stop a goat. And if you put a plastic fence up, Anchor just smashes it down.
There's nothing like a shower of rain just before dark to make sure the gardens stay damp overnight.
Well, good morning. Another day in paradise. Bit damp underfoot last night, damp underfoot this morning, but never mind. So I've got a little quickie project on this morning. Bought a top quality, top of the line, big budget, or Temu actually, security camera. So we're going to do a bit of an install here. We have 2 accesses. One down here, which leads out to the main road and our main track. And this one down here, and that leads through the bush up to a huge state forest out the back here that's full of native trees. So I'm going to install a camera up here on this corner of the building, so I can look down the driveway that way and down the track that way. And this unit's internet capable, so we should be able to just pick up the phone, turn it on. It spins through 180 degrees, so we can see either way. It actually spins through 360, but we don't need 360. And up and down, so if anybody comes up, we can watch them as they come up. You can watch them walk past. And it also has voice capability and recording capability, so we can ask them just what they think they're doing on our place, among other things. So let us begin. I've already reset this so it's on an angle, so that'll sit there. Sun's out this way.
And then it's just a matter of plugging the panel into the camera unit, and that's it. And that's how long it takes to install a Temu security camera. With the app loaded on your phone, you click on it, wait for it to load up, and once it's loaded, click on it to start.
And look at that, we're connected. Oh, I know what that is.
It's those 2 arrows, so I just fold them up so they're pointed the other direction.
Well, there's the view down the drive, there's no doubt about it. You can see it all right. Well, that's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Now, we did have one minor difficulty. As you can see, we're on Starlink, and that's Wi-Fi. Starlink is Wi-Fi. The difficulty is that Starlink is a 5G Wi-Fi, and that's a 2.4 Wi-Fi. But we did discover that that's got a 2.4 capability. You know, I ain't no Sparky, let me tell you. So our son stepped into the breach, and he's figured out a workaround. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link to his site, and he's going to put a description of how to go about the workaround to get your 2.4 or 2.7, whatever it is, to work on your Starlink, because unless you do that, it won't work. So look for the link, which I also have to get told how to do, because I don't know how to do that either.
All good mornings should start with an expectant dog. Milling around your feet, getting in the way.
Oh, am I out of tins again? Hello, how are you? Yes, I'm talking to the goat. I'm talking to Anchor. Hello, Anchor. Have the ducks eaten all your food, Anchor? Not much, really. Yeah, watch out. Hey, you want food or not? I don't have to give you food. No, I don't.
Although we've had some rain lately, it's still needing to keep the garden wet. Those hay bales certainly are soaking it up. And down here, this is full of carrots and capsicums, believe it or not. And that wet, warm weather certainly has kept the corn going.
Why, you balanced on those boards that are just balanced on there? You're incredible sometimes, you know that? That is incredible. Talk about balance. Yeah, you're nuts. Come on. Got work to do. Yeah, we do. What are you two up to, eh? Are you up to no good? Eh? Yesterday I took my seedlings out to harden off outside. It's now getting to the point in the greenhouse where it's too hot for them. Oops. Oh, I know that. So these seedlings will spend a couple of days outside to harden off before I plant them in the ground. Oh, something's eating those. I wonder if it's a wetter. They're falling over for. Oh, they've been broken. They're no good. Go down. The mice have been at my corn. There you can see. I've got mice traps, but they prefer corn. Many capsicums on here. A few. They're coming along all right. I re-potted up my turmeric and ginger, and these peanuts were in the used potting mix, so they're off. This corn must have been in the used potting mix. There's a cake gooseberry, more peanuts. These mulberry cuttings, they've got mulberries on them. It's always cute when cuttings get fruit. You often find that with tamarillos.
And an update on what goats don't eat. That's a cockatiel there, so they're definitely off the list.
What are you watching?
I've always found that once you've had a silly idea, the idea is to build on it. So remember that kayak that we bought a couple of episodes ago? Well, The thought was that Shane and I could go kayak camping. So we thought it'd be a good idea if we tried just camping first, see how we got on. So we found a piece of bush, got ourselves organised, and give it a crack.
Whose idea was it to climb a bloody hill?
Oh, there's no flat spots around.
Starting to think that flat spots is last year and already.
So, like, I'm a big thing. There ain't a big enough flat spot for that thing.
Really cool beer up there. There's sunlight up here at least. I reckon it's near enough the top of the hill for me, man. I don't want to go any further. First flat spot, I'm stopping. Be it. That looks like a flat spot. Oh, look at that. That's flat in the sun. Cows up here from time to time, huh? Ooh.
Getting a bit of the odour.
Oh, look at that. That's a deal. Oh, that'll do me. Well, this is pretty. Can be a lot of fire. Oh, God. Whose stupid idea was this?
It was an adventure for a younger gentleman, I'm sure.
Damn, that's steep. Well, she's not a bad outlook. It's nice and safe, but damn, that's a hill. Wow. Well, I think this is a pretty good spot.
That hard.
Okay, you want to knock those 3 branches off?
Oh yeah, let's see how good this
And that one.
Araja.
Well,
Oh, the axe is just there.
I've got one there. I was going to start strapping all this fucking timber out of the way. Tent. I'm not. Comfortable enough, kid.
Just nickname me the hamster.
That's what I got here. Remember that big log that was just down here? You're going to go and grab some, take one on the saw, take both saws, see which one works. Just grab a few rounds of firewood.
I'll take the axe and have a bit of a chop up.
Yeah, see if we can't round up some firewood. This shit's good, I can't see it at all.
What's that? What's it? At the edge of the bank. Makes it easy.
Once we got it to understand me, because you've got to go through, it's got multiple different Englishes. American, fucking Australian, you know.
Fresh little steak straight off the fire.
It's on.
You haven't bought them yet. With the sun still shining, the smoke that's going to rise out of this is going to let us be seen a little bit too easily. Where's my pillow, doesn't it?
The other tent, you've got to fight to get in here. But right, eh? Right, we'll leave that for the geologist to find. Ooh! Evidence of an early civilization. It's a fire pit.
I'm
Right,
probably
eh?
possibly use this campsite again.
I don't know if downhill's any easier than up, actually.
No, it's, at this point in time, uphill's probably easier for myself.
It's easier in terms of effort. But
Well, that worked out really well. So, next, kayak camping.
The walk out to the marvellous pickup vehicle.
And once again, if you've liked watching us, like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and stay safe out there. See you next week.